Cool. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope January is starting really well for all of you and you're reading some good books. Let me know in the comments below somewhere on Patreon what you are reading right now. And also let me know if any of these books were on your radar or are on your radar now. So I'm here to share with you 5 books that are coming out in January that I think sound amazing. I've also got 5 more over on YouTube. Hopefully you guys have seen that. But yeah, I'm giving you all of the books. So let us dive into what I think sound really, really good right now. First up is a book that I own. I was kindly sent this book. This is Antoinette's Sister by Diana Giovinazzo. And I so apologize if I'm saying that wrong. This is about Marie Antoinette's sister. We follow Maria Carolina Charlotte. It's Austria, 1767. She is the 9th daughter and 16th child of Empress Maria Theresa of Austria. Her sister, Marie Antoinette, is, going to be Queen of France, or is Queen of France at that point, and is going to have a terrible, terrible ending to her life. Her other sister, Josepha, has just been promised to King Ferdinand IV of Naples, and she's about to become queen there. However, unfortunately, Josepha passes away. And so it's left to Charlotte to fill that role and go and become queen in her own right. And this follows her experience, shifting her entire life, really. She's leaving her home and moving to a whole different place with different customs and all of those things. The same issues that Marie Antoinette dealt with moving to France, she is dealing with herself. And then, of course, she's also dealing with the rise of the French Revolution and the fall of her sister and feeling completely, completely helpless. I don't know what I would do in that situation. I don't know how you live with yourself, even though you're completely helpless in a position of power, to feel completely helpless. It just sounds really fascinating, and I would love to read this. So this one, I forgot to say, is coming out on January 11th. Number 2 is The Mirror Man by Lars Kepler. This is the 8th book in the Junalina series. As you guys know, I have been slowly making my way through that series. I'm really enjoying the experience, and I would love to be able to pick this up when I have finished. I think I need to finish book 5, 6, and 7. I have a little ways to go, but this one sounds so interesting. So as you know, this is about Detective Junalina, and he has to deal with all of these really intense, very violent cases. And in The Mirror Man, he is on the trail of a kidnapper who is targeting teenage girls and making them live out their worst nightmares ever. So we start out with 17-year-old Jenny, who is kidnapped in absolute broad daylight, and she is taken to this isolated house and chained along with several other teenage girls. Will they survive? Will they all survive? Probably not. Let's be honest. Lars Kepler writes some pretty dark things, so I'm not assuming they will all survive. But Junalina is going to do his damnedest to save as many of them as he can. It sounds so good. And now I kind of want to rush through the other books so that I can get to this one. So that book, The Mirror Man, is coming out on January 18th. Next is The Overnight Guest by Heather Goodenkopf. This is a thriller coming out on January 25th that is perfect for a cold winter night. I would love to read this in the middle of a snowstorm, because this takes place in the middle of a snowstorm. Wiley Lark is a true crime writer, and she is writing her new book at an isolated farmhouse. It really is a lovely scene for a snowstorm. She doesn't really mind. She doesn't have anywhere to go, except for the fact that she is writing at a farmhouse where a murder took place. 2 people were murdered in that house, and a girl disappeared without a trace. Now, she is on her own until she is not, and she looks outside and there is a small child outside in the snow. And of course, she rushes outside, brings the child in, gets the child warm, and realizes very suddenly that she is not alone, and she has not been alone for quite some time. That sounds so terrifying. So that one is coming out on January 25th. A book that is already out that you can get your hands on is The Maid by Nita Prose. This is getting a lot of hype, and I am really looking forward to diving into this. This follows a woman named Molly Gray, who is very unlike other people. She has really leaned on her grandmother, who she calls Gran, for years to kind of teach her social skills, and she's just a bit awkward. Now, her gran has sadly passed away, and she's on her own. She's on her own. She does have a job as a maid, and that suits her very, very well. She's able to, be incredibly polite, and she really enjoys cleaning. So it seems like the perfect job for her until it is very much not the perfect job for her when a man is found dead. And she had, I think, been the last one in that room. And of course, the police suspect her. And this is about her journey. It sounds kind of funny, a bit quirky, but also a little bit mysterious. So that is The Maid. It's already out. You can go get your hands on it. Last but not least is a debut thriller. This is A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. Willingham, I think is her last name. This one is coming out on January 11th, and it sounds incredible as well. We meet Chloe Davis. When she was 12, 6 teenage girls went missing in her little small Louisiana hometown. By the end of the summer, the killer, apparently they didn't go missing, they were also murdered. The killer is found, and the killer was Chloe's own father. And so, of course, for the rest of her days, she's been grappling with this news and not understanding how to pair the father that she loved with this man who was a serial killer. Now, 20 years have passed. She is about to get married. She's like, this is the time to let go of the past and start my life new. I'm creating my own family. And she's very, very much looking forward to that, to putting the past to rest. And then, of course, she's not able to do that because one local girl goes missing, and then another, and then another. And her history and her past is just repeating itself. What is happening? Obviously, she wants to find out. Is it a copycat? I don't know. It sounds like a lot of fun. That one's coming out on January 11th. So those are all the books I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you're doing well. Again, let's chat. Let me know if any of these are on your radar or are now going to be on your radar. There are so many good books that I, for one, would really love to read. I hope you're doing well, and I'll talk with you very soon. Bye.